This VR game might not be for every VR enthusiast, and I will tell you why. This is Firewall Ultra, a multiplayer tactical VR shooter developed by First Contact Entertainment. And when you boot up the game for the first time, it teaches you the basics, and right from the start, and we jump straight into it, you will discover that the developers have simplified certain VR mechanics. For instance, instead of physically pressing a button with your hand to open a gate, as you might expect in a VR game, you simply hold the grip button on your controller. This approach applies to other actions as well, like opening doors, grabbing extra magazines or hacking a laptop. And to perform these actions, again, you just hold down a simple button on your VR controller. Interestingly, these simplified mechanics also extend to weapon handling. While you hold the gun with your hands, of course, reloading is just a matter of pressing a button, which triggers an automatic reload animation. At first, this really threw me off. It felt more like a modified flat screen game adapted for VR, but bear with me here, my opinion shifted later on. Now also from the start you will notice that your character doesn't have floating arms but a full body, arms and legs. It is fantastic, and early in the game you will also get acquainted with the basic tools and weapons. And the weapons, the detail is nice, they offer some nice fidelity, the sound effects are solid and the recoil feels genuine. And while we have touched on the simplified reloading mechanics, there is something unique to its gunplay. Pressing the left trigger stabilizes the gun against your shoulder, and closing your left eye zooms in the game screen slightly so you can aim better, utilizing the eye tracking feature. Absolutely fantastic, very innovative. And the eye tracking comes in more often. For example, when you open the weapon select menu, you can choose your weapons or grenades by just simply looking at them, eliminating the need for joystick navigation. Talking about grenades, by the way, here we have a sticky grenade, and instead of throwing it with my arms physically, I hold the trigger and then I look where I just want to throw the grenade. I look far, I look closer here, I look up, I release the trigger and it will just throw it there. Pretty awesome, right? I mean, it simplifies things, but yeah, you gotta like it or hate it. Also flashbacks, for example. If there is a flashbang thrown at you, you can just close your eyes and you won't get any of the effects. If you don't close your eyes, well, you will have this.
Flashbang, close your eyes.
And this really hurts your eyes, unless you have gotten these PSVR2 prescription lenses from VRWave.store. Magnetic design for easy switch and play, no damaging your PSVR2 lenses with your glasses, bye-bye eye strain with blue light filters and anti-glare options. You can simply order these fantastic lenses at VRWave.store, and these are, by the way, also available for the Quest 2, HP Reverb and many more headsets. The game also includes deployables like mines, motion detectors and C4 explosives. And once you master these mechanics, you are ready to play as a contractor. Currently there are two game modes. Contracts, of like a PvP mode, a 4v4 competitive PvP mode, where one team tries to steal intel from a laptop while the other defends it. And there is Exfil, a co-op mode where you and up to 3 others must hack 3 laptops before extracting from the map. And I can tell you, that is quite a challenge. There's a lot of people spawning once you hack the laptop, which makes it very difficult. The AI, however, is not so smart. So this might get a little bit boring in the long run. So really the PvP is where the game shines, in my opinion. Now, before entering a PvP match, you can select your contractor and weapon loadout. And depending on your playstyle, you might opt for a support role with more smoky grenades and a light machine gun, or more an offensive role with an assault rifle and heavy grenades. Now, after setting everything up, you wait in a lobby for other players to join. Now, you don't have to get bored while waiting. The lobby features a shooting range and enables pre-game chat, like voice chat. But I do hope the developers consider adding a server list or allow for matches to start even when not all slots are filled, because it sometimes can take quite a while for a server to fill up and for it to start. Now, the game has 8 very stunning and beautiful maps ranging from Middle Eastern like villas to oil rigs and embassies. The lighting is absolutely gorgeous in game. Your gun most likely has a flashlight as well, you will need it. The maps are dark, but the maps are diverse. They are very lively. There's a lot of things laying around everywhere. It really helps with the immersion. And to be honest, the streamlined mechanics, like the simplified reloading and the simple door interactions, I mean, you just press a button to open a door, surprisingly enhanced my immersion. For example, in some games I lose my magazines, they glitch through the ground, or you know, when you try to open a door it gets stuck in your hand and it just throws you out of the immersion, right? So, you know, I rather have this then. I rather have it simplified, and while I was playing this game, I can tell you one thing, it's just pure PvP. It's pure gameplay without the glitches or the hassles of a more complex VR interactive game. And yeah, that makes it for me. I really enjoyed this game. I do wish for features allowing players to input codes manually during laptop hacks or planting a bomb, because that will just add tension to the gameplay, like in Pavlov or Onward. Matches currently are best of 3, but I believe extending this to a best of 5 or even 10 would be more satisfying, because sometimes you just play the match and then, you know, you have this end screen, you go back to the lobby, maybe someone has left, you need to wait for this extra person to come back. So at times, and in many cases, I have, you know, waited more than I played the game, and that's kind of annoying. It's really annoying, to be honest. There is also a system for earning money and reputation to unlock gear through leveling up, but that seems to be very, very slow. I mean, I've played for 4 hours now, quite a lot of matches. I am still level 1, and I need to apparently I need to get my reputation up to unlock certain stuff. It will take me ages. Now, overall, Firewall Ultra is a very accessible game for both new and seasoned VR gamers. It really puts the focus on PvP engagements over, you know, complex VR mechanics. The beautiful design maps coupled with the game emphasis on straightforward gameplay makes it a treat to play, to be honest. If realistic gun mechanics are crucial to you, there might be better options, but I should still recommend giving this game a try. I mean, personally, I like the more realistic gunplay, but this will do for me. I am having great fun. Now, I hope this provides a clear overview of what Firewall Ultra offers. It's just a quick glimpse. Let me know what your thoughts are on these VR mechanics. Quite curious. And of course, as always, if you want to keep up to date with the latest VR news, subscribe to my channel. And I am looking forward to see you in the next review or gameplay. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.